President Obama's second term is going to be an in-your-face term, apparently, according to Senator Lindsey Graham of South Carolina. The senator is upset with at least one of President Obama's cabinet nominations, Senator Chuck Hagel, Republican, to be the Secretary of Defense. Now, Senator Hagel has a great history and career. He fought in Vietnam, served honorably. He's been a Republican senator for years, and he's worked with the president. Now, the in-your-face expression from Senator Graham is because Senator Chuck Hagel doesn't always follow the exact positions on specific issues that the senator and others would agree with. Most glaring is that Senator Hagel is not a bootlicker of Israel. Now, I support Israel. I believe we should support Israel. I know this president is supporting Israel. But when people say they're friends of Israel and you have to support your friend, let's think about it. Do you support your friend when your friend is wrong? And I'm sorry, Israel has not been right on everything they did. But let's look. Senator Graham said that Chuck Hagel is out of the mainstream of thinking on foreign policy. He would be the most aggressive Secretary of Defense that we've ever had against Israel. Now, where is he getting this from? The Senator, Chuck Hagel, has in the past made some statements. He has criticized the Jewish lobby as intimidating American politicians. He has urged direct negotiations with Iran for us and Israel. He urged Israel to negotiate with Hamas, a group that we label a terrorist organization. He was one of 12 senators, some very respected Republican senators, by the way, who did not sign a letter urging the European Union to label Hezbollah as a terrorist organization, which U.S. and Canada has already done. This was a few years back. Let's look at these things, because these are the things that are what Senator Graham and others are using to say, no, it's bad. And not only is it bad, but the president's just been in your face. We'll get to that in a minute. Now, direct negotiations with Iran. There's this idea that you're not supposed to negotiate with your enemy. You're not supposed to negotiate with people that you don't care for, that are bad people. But I remember a president, a highly respected Republican president, who did negotiate with the enemy. That was President Reagan and the USSR, the Soviet Union. He did negotiate directly with the leader of the USSR. We can talk about Iran in many different ways, but saying I will never talk to them one-on-one is ridiculous. If that's one way that we can stop Iran from getting a nuclear weapon, don't shut the door on that. Hamas. Oh, I love this one about Hamas. Hamas is a terrorist group. There's no question about it. But they also are the duly and freely elected member of the government in Palestine. We support democracy around the world where the people get the right to vote for their leaders. Just sometimes we don't like those leaders. And then we are going, whoa, we can't. No, sorry. Hamas is a legitimate leading group in the government of Palestine. Now, you don't like that? Encourage the Palestinian people to do something else. I'm not a fan of Hamas. They're a terrorist organization, but they are duly elected. I don't have much to say on the letter to about Hezbollah to the European Union. I was not able to find why Chuck Hagel said no. I'm not going to sign that, along with Lincoln Chafee, and I could go down the list of senators. But here's the bottom line, folks. No one is going to agree 100% with any nominee from any president. There are going to be people who oppose him. Look, on Chuck Hagel's case, there's some people on the left who have problems with him because of, he made a statement years ago about a particular nominee being aggressively gay, which he's come out and apologized for. So there's folks on the left who are upset with him. They're concerned about his position on abortion, although what the Secretary of Defense has to do with abortion, I'm not exactly sure. But you're going to have opposition, and I have no problem with you being opposed to this action or that action of a particular candidate. But to say that Chuck Hagel is out of the mainstream of thinking on foreign policy because of one basic issue, Israel, that he doesn't agree lock, stock, and barrel with you on every aspect of how we take care of Israel. He does seem to agree with the position of the President of the United States, who, oh wait, he's nominating him to be his Secretary of Defense. Is he out of step? Oh, he opposed the surge in Afghanistan and Iraq. But for the most part, we've got one and a half areas of foreign policy, which includes a huge amount of things. And he's the Secretary of Defense. He believes we should pare down the military. Now, there's many hawks that are like, no, you can't touch. Matter of fact, what was it? Mitt Romney saying we want to increase the number of ships in the Navy and increase. He seems to be in the thinking process of some in this country. So let's oppose him. If you want to, Senator Graham, if you want to oppose him, go ahead. But let's put this in perspective. He's not out of the mainstream of thinking. He's out of your way of thinking. And that's fine. You don't have to support him. But let's be honest about it. And then, the president also nominated John Brennan to be the director of the CIA. Now, John Brennan served 25 years in the CIA. He's currently a counterterrorism advisor for the president. And he's a controversial pick, not so much for Senator Graham. He supported enhanced interrogations under Bush. He's supported the stepped-up drone attacks on Al-Qaeda leaders. And so some on the left are opposed to him. But I want to get to this one thing here, that it's an in-your-face nomination. Now, it's in your face, Senator Graham, because you don't agree with it. Is the President of the United States supposed to consult the opposition, the people who oppose him on almost everything, and say, excuse me, please, sir, shall we pick this gentleman here? Is he satisfactory to you? No. He's going to pick who he believes is the right choice. Now, yes, actually, it's got to be confirmed. So a president wants to pick someone he thinks can be confirmed. But was Robert Bork an in-your-face nomination when he was put up there? And he got voted down. Presidents pick the people in their cabinet who they think they can work with and who are going to support the agenda, the policies that they're putting in place. And they're going to disagree with their opponents, their political opponents. So let's tone this down. In your face term. The president disagrees with you. Wow. He's a completely different party, and he disagrees with you. So what? This is not some in-your-face, terrible position. This is the President of the United States making a pick based on his viewpoint of how he wants the next 4 years to go. You have every right to oppose him. Every right. But let's not shape this into some kind of, how dare the president pick this guy? Because first of all, he's not that far. He's not out there in crazy positions, in a wild, out of the mainstream thinking. He just disagrees with you. And you know what? There's a lot of Americans, Senator Graham, who disagree with you on this issue about Israel or about Iran. So let's Analyze the gentleman's qualifications to be the Secretary of Defense. And if you still can't support him, so be it. But let's be honest in this discussion. It's not out of the mainstream. It's not in your face. It's how dare you disagree with me, who I think you should have. All right, folks, that's our rant for today. You can listen to us Mondays, 1 to 2 p.m. on Spin FM 103.3, or you can go to Another Voices podcast channel on iTunes, subscribe there, or go to canigetawordin.com to see all kinds of things from our show Another Voice on Spin FM 103.3, Greenville, Greer, and Spartanburg. And while you're out and about, if you're in the Greenville area and you're looking for lunch, I highly recommend going to Little Pig's Barbecue Hudson Corner. They have great barbecue, amazing sides, and the best sweet tea in the upstate area, in my opinion. They're located at 2428 Hudson Road in Greer, or you can call them at 244-1090. All right, have a great evening.